Crazies, yeah, man, y'all in the lab. Welcome back. I'm Lee, man. Y'all saw that title too as well. We're talking about 8 new Mandela Effects to make you question this reality of this dimension of the universe that we live in. Yes, 8 new Mandela Effects to make you blow your mind once again. Please remember that some of these Mandela Effects might not be new to you, but they will be new to somebody else, so please respect that. Also, with that said, if you like this at any time, man, y'all remember to hit this thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't. Let's mess with the algorithm. And leave those comments down below so we can talk about these and other Mandela effects that's in the repertoire of your mind. So let's get this going. Number 8 of the day, we're actually going to a massacre. And no, it's probably not a massacre you're thinking, not a holiday massacre, not the Valentine's massacre. I'm actually talking about the Tulsa massacre. Yes, Black Wall Street massacre. Yeah, is it kind of ringing a bell to you? If you're saying no, well, you're like me. No, it doesn't ring a bell to me. The Tulsa Massacre actually happened in 1921, and it was in a community of basically African Americans, and it was a 2-day event of a massacre where basically the blacks and the whites was at it again. They were burning down places and all this stuff. But in my history, I figured, I look back and what I've learned. I never learned about this Tulsa Massacre. I never learned about the Black Wall Street Massacre. It never had happened in my reality, and crazy to me, it's the first I've heard of it. And it blows my mind. And as I'm doing this research, I'm showing you a little stuff of this right now, I come across something of somebody else that never remembers this massacre, that is older than me and you. And well, maybe it might just open your eyes about how and why this massacre has now just been put into this timeline.
I read a New York Times piece on a 100-year-old survivor of the Tulsa Massacre. And my question was this: what's the Tulsa Massacre? How is it that it wasn't until 2 years ago that I heard about the Tulsa Massacre? How is that possible? I've heard about Custer's Little Bighorn. I heard about the Alamo. I heard about the Triangle Shirtwaist Fire. I heard about all kinds of disasters in which people died. But I had never heard about this thing that happened in 1921, only 3 years before my dad was born. In the same year that Donna Reed was born, we didn't hear about this thing that happened in which essentially one of the most successful black communities in America, Black Wall Street, in which everybody was not only burned out of their homes and their businesses, but then driven out of the city limits by an angry mob of, white people. How is it that this was not taught to me? And that's not right, and it made me mad.
There you go. You got Woody right there telling you, I know Tom Hanks, but telling you that he never heard of the Tulsa Massacre neither. He never knew about it. There was a 100-year-old survivor of it, but yet he never knew about it. Neither did his dad, because his dad was born right around there before then, and he didn't know about it. And it blows my mind, and it kind of makes me wonder how many people remember the Tulsa Massacre, the Black Wall Street Massacre. Do you remember it at all, or are you like me, thinking, wow, in my reality, this isn't my reality? Fly me to the moon, sail away among the stars. Yes, we're talking about the moon and it being out during the daytime. Now in my reality, many other realities, including Moneybags reality too as well, I never remembered the moon being out during the day at all, as much as it is now. I remember seeing it back in the day. It used to be out for like right in the beginning of the mornings when the sun's going up and the moon's doing what it does and it disappears. But now it's out completely all day long. It is visible to the naked eye all day long. And as you see the thing right here, it says, yes, the moon's usually always out 12 hours while the sun's up there. And we always were taught that, the moon can't be up there with the sun and the sun can't be up there with the moon unless you've got an eclipse, right? But in my mind, the moon has never been out that long in my entire life like it is now. And it blows my mind away. Maybe I've traveled among the stars. I wanted to see what spring was like on Jupiter or Mars. Who knows? But how do you remember? Do you remember the sun always being out, basically 24 hours of the day, like always? Or are you like me, many others, including Moneybags, just the moon, just never being out with the sun? Oh, I love this game. It's one of those great games, great multiplayer games, man. We're talking about first-person shooter Overwatch. Overwatch 2 to be precise. Actually, I guess you could put both of them in because it both coincides together. Anyway, and it has to do with one of the main characters that was in the game from the start of the game. And it's Bison, as you see his picture right there. Yeah, Bison, right there. Woo, yes. Even has a description saying, yes, he is in Overwatch 1 and 2, which I agree he is in Overwatch 1. And, well, he's not in 2 anymore. Now, I literally just downloaded this game 2 days ago. I literally saw him and played with him literally the other day. And he is no longer there. He's not there no more. He's gone. He's disappeared. It's getting crazy. Where did Bison go? As I was thinking this, I looked it up and was going through the thing. And it says that they took him out and they're buffing him. But he was literally, they took him out before, but he was literally there the other day. It blows my mind. How many people are gamers? How many people have played Overwatch? How many people have played the second one and has played with this character? Let me know, please. Let me know.
For the first time in 5 months, this mother polar bear sticks her nose into the open air.
Oh, the cute, wonderful, ugly bears themselves. Oh, I love the bears. And this Mandela effect actually comes from one of the viewers. Shout out to you, my man, for showing it out to me. And we're talking about bears hibernating. Yes, hibernating bears. Yes. The bears hibernate, first off. If you're saying yes, yeah, you're right. They hibernate. You hibernate. But that's not the Mandela effect. What do they do when they hibernate? Are they sleeping? Are they just chilled out, sleeping the whole time, waiting for the time to get right to come out, done and the little babies and get their lives going back together? Well, if you are saying yes to as well, you're wrong. You heard me. You're wrong. As you see right here, they say bears, when they hibernate, it's not really a hibernation. They just hide out. They don't really sleep. They don't really eat. They don't really drink or urinate or defecate. All they do is just chill out and wait for the freaking winter to go by, have their cubs and stuff like that. And that just boggles my mind, because just not like myself and many others, we always remember and being taught and told that bears hibernate. They sleep. They get all fat and others, and they sleep for 5 months until the sun comes out. They unburrow themselves and they get on with themselves. But how do you remember the bears? How do you remember bears hibernating? Do you always remember them just basically going into a den and just chilling? Not sleeping, not eating, not drinking, and not peeing or shitting. They just chill. They give birth and they just chill out, right? Or are you like me and many others remember bears hibernating, sleeping? That's why they don't eat shit, poop, all other stuff. You know, that's why. What do you remember? Hey, so Adrian, we're gonna go over to Russia. I'm gonna train and I'm gonna beat this Russian's ass. Yes, we're talking about Rocky 4. That was my Rocky impersonation, as you didn't know. Rocky 4, one of the greatest movies. Rockies were just great movies anyway. This one was just awesome, and it had that wonderful, awesome theme song of training. Hearts on fire, so desire. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, sorry, I got the whole damn thing in my head. I'm running up the mountain as I speak. But we're talking about the Mandela effect in this one. We're talking about Rocky and Drago. They meet in the ring. They're staring face to face. The referee's giving the instructions. They say tap hands and go. And Drago says, I will break you. Didn't he?
I must break you.
I must break you. You heard that right. I must break you. Now, in my reality, many other realities, and Rockies around the world, we remember Drago saying, I will break you. I will break you. I must break you does sound pretty tight, like, oh, he's about to break his ass, but that wasn't what he said in my reality. He always said, I will break you. And that's how I remember it. That's how I always will remember. I love this movie. I love this movie. And it blows my mind now that he says, I must break you. And I was looking for evidence. I was looking at t-shirts and all this other stuff on there. And it just said, I must break you. And it blows my mind. But how do you remember that scene that infamous fight of Rocky Drago? Do you remember I Will Break You? Or do you remember the way it is now? I didn't want to break you.
Butterfly in the sky.
Butterflies in the sky gives me such a high. It's in a book. Just take a look. Reading Rainbow is the third Mandela Effect for the day. Yes, number 3, and Reading Rainbow. And it blows my mind because this one shocked me to the core. Now, you just heard me basically sing the first verse of Reading Rainbow. And, well, the part where after it's in a book, Reading Rainbow, well, listen to this.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high. Take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. A book, a reading rainbow.
Just take a look, it's in a book, a reading rainbow. That is right, you heard it. A reading rainbow, or a reading rainbow, give or take of your pronunciation and your grammar. A reading rainbow. That is not how I remember that damn song being. That is not how I remember that song being, because if you're like me, we watched this show in school religiously, basically. That is what we watched in English class half the damn time. Let alone you watched it on the weekends too. But it was always, take a look, it's in a book, Reading Rainbow, not a reading rainbow. It blows me around because you beat up one of the classic childhood freaking TV shows that taught you how to read, to use your imagination, to go somewhere that you would never think and imagine 1,000 places that you would ever go and visit in real life. But if you take a look in the book, it's Reading Rainbow. Not a reading rainbow. It's like it's only one reading rainbow, a reading rainbow, or the reading rainbow. It blows my mind. But how do you remember the reading rainbow? Do you remember a reading rainbow the way it is now? Or do you remember it the way I sung it and been saying it? Reading rainbow. Mortal Kombat. Dun, 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 dun. Mortal Kombat! Yes, Mortal Kombat. And we're talking about actually Goro. Goro, and when he's facing Artlin, and the point of his finishing move. Now, I'm not going to give it away yet. I'm going to make you watch it. Here, watch.
Finish him! Time to die. Finish him!
Now, as you see that scene, Goro picks him up with his bottom hands. Picks him up. Colleen says, finish him! And then Goro picks his arm up and pops him on his head. And he dies, and then Charlene gets his soul, right? That's what you saw, right? Now, do you remember that finishing move that he does? Is that his finishing move that he does in that movie, in that scene? Or are you like me and many others saying, no, he broke his back? I agree with you. He had him by his hands. Those hands. He says, finish him. And he puts his other hands up like, and breaks his back. That's how I remember it. That's exactly, I just acted out the scene. If I could edit myself, green screen me, put me there, that's how I would have acted in the scene. That's how that scene went. That is Goro's finishing move. Not no stick his hand in the air, pop him upside the head. That was no finishing move. That wasn't his finishing move. Irks the bejesus out of me. That was never in my reality, that damn stupid head finishing thing. Never in that man movie in my reality, but in this reality, that is what it is. But how do you remember that? Do you always remember that scene being exactly the way it is? Him picking him up, pops him on his head, he falls to the ground. Or are you like me and many others where he picks him up, goes, breaks his back? Hi, my name is Chucky. Do you want to play? Yes, we're talking about Chucky for the last one of the day. Yes, Chucky, child's play, and his infamous line catchphrase that he always says in the movie, not "don't fuck with the Chuck," not "do you want to play," but how long is he your friend to, right? That is the question. That is the Mandela Effect, you know. How long is Chucky really your friend to? Now, in my reality, Chucky's phrase for that was, "I'll be your friend till the end." Yes, you heard me right. I will be your friend till the end. Well, it's not that way anymore. It never has been. Listen.
I'm Tommy, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi-ho!
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end. Heidi-ho!
I'm your friend to the end.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend to the end.
I'll be your friend to the end. Yes, you heard that correctly. You saw it correctly. I will be your friend to the end. It hurts my feelings because that's not how I remember that. That is not how I remember Chucky saying that. I will be your friend till the end. To your end is like he's about to kill you now, and that's going to be the end of the story. Till the end is like, hey, well, we got a moment. We're not dead yet, right? But I'm looking this up, and as I throw it up here, you see Chucky saying till the end. There was a movie even with Chucky called Friends Till the End, and it blows my mind. But if you think I'm really losing my mind, that it never was till the end, well, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Chucky, and I'm your friend till the end.
That one's a classic.
That is right. I will be your friend till the end. I looked it all up. I listened to every single time he said it, and that was the only time I heard it. That is right. And even in there, he said, oh, that's a classic line. I love it. I love it because that is the classic line. I'll be your friend till the end. But how do you remember this Chucky phrase, classic icon, the staple of a freaking iconic line in this movie? Do you always remember it being friend to the end, the way it is right now? Or do you remember, like many of us do, friend till the end? That is right. I told you I had 8 new Mandela Effects to blow your mind, make you question this reality that we reside in every day of our lives, switching back and forth the realities to keep making us think we're crazy. This is a wonderful phenomenon. It isn't just false memories. It is a real thing, and I hope people are starting to really wake up and start seeing the real truth of different multi-reality dimensions that we live in at this current time of reality itself. Like I said before, if you like this at any time, y'all remember to please hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe and leave me those comments down below so we can talk about this, what you thought about these and the other ones that you have in the back of your mind. Till then, y'all have a great Spooktober. Y'all have a great week. And remember to keep your mind open because those eyes will see everything in front of you. Y'all stay crazy.
Hang up this phone, and then I'm going to show these people what you don't want them to see. I'm going to show them a world without you. A world without rules and controls, without borders or boundaries. A world where anything is possible. Where we go from there is a choice I leave to you.